Let's suppose that you don't give a about smart speakers and you don't care about Google Assistant, Alexa, Cortana, or even Bixby. Because you know that what they do.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Because you know that most of what they do can be done with something you already have in your pocket, your smartphone. So buying a smart speaker like the Echo Dot might not make much sense. But let's say that you want a Bluetooth receiver for your wired speakers. That is going to cost you around 2000 rupees. And suppose that you also want to have an average quality Bluetooth speaker which is going to cost you around 1000 rupees. Now add to that something that can connect to your Bluetooth speakers, and for this you will definitely need something expensive like your smartphone, which can cost anything from 5000 rupees to an RTX 2080 Ti. But for the sake of this argument, we are going to leave that part. So the other components that I talked about would cost you at least 3000 rupees. And I got this new 3rd generation Echo Dot for rupees 2550 on sale. And now let's talk about what it can do in addition to being a Bluetooth adapter and speaker after saving you a few $100. Hey guys, I am Siddharth and this is Amazon Echo Dot 3rd generation review. There isn't a lot to say about the design of Echo Dot. It's just a small round speaker with a 1.6-inch driver delivering a 360-degree sound, which isn't something as technical as it may sound like. I got this grey color because the black one looked too boring and the white one would get dirty as soon as I take it out of the box, as this time it has a fabric covering on the outside which really makes it look more premium than the last generation Dots. It is also relatively heavy and feels very well built. You have 4 microphones on top with 4 buttons for controlling the volume, launching Alexa without saying the wake word, and 1 for muting the microphone so FBI cannot listen to your intimate moments. At bottom, it has this very grippy rubber coating which will help it be stable when on your desk or other surfaces, and at the back you have the power input and analog audio output. The unboxing experience is very simple. You get the smart speaker and a 15-watt wall adapter along with some manuals, and that's it. The setup is also pretty easy. If you are not technologically handicapped, you should be able to easily set this up by downloading the Alexa app from Play Store, which you would also use for configuring anything on the Echo Dot, as there's a limit to what you can set just with your voice. The Alexa app is really great at teaching you what commands you can give to the Echo Dot and how to set everything up. As mentioned earlier, you can connect your phone to the Echo Dot and use it like a Bluetooth speaker. And if you connect analog speakers with an aux cable, you can also use it like a Bluetooth adapter. And if you have Bluetooth speakers like my Mackie CR5BT, you can also connect them to Echo Dot. Alexa, connect to the Bluetooth speaker.
Searching.
And once you have connected them, it automatically connects them whenever you power them on, which is really cool and means that you may not need to buy the more expensive Echo speakers. Coming to the features, you can really do a tons of things with Alexa. You can download the Alexa app and check out things that it can do, and if you like them, you can decide whether you should get an Echo Dot or any other Echo speaker. But the highlights include things like setting alarms and reminders, currency conversion, translation, news, weather, checking out IMDb ratings and other details on movies, and so on. The most widely used feature would be playing music from Amazon Music, which is really great because Amazon Music is probably the most accessible streaming service in India. It has 85% of the music that I listen to in both Hindi and English. Alexa, start playing Rinkiya Ke Papa.
ये ऐसे गाने सुनना बैंड कर दे सिद्धार्थ। Amazon Music में इतना बड़ा कलेक्शन है, थोड़ा अपना टेस्ट सुधार ले।
And of course, there are other Indian languages too. Another great thing that you can do is not only control the volume of your music with your voice, but you can also change tracks or even skip forward or backward in a track while it's playing. The Echo Dot also includes access to services like Savan, Aajtak, Zomato and Ola Cabs, so it is very well prepared for Indian market. It also has some just for fun features to please Indian customers like the Navratri rap. Alexa, do the Navratri rap.
Pretty diyas and thudding drums. Do the garba and say welcome. Streams of light from diyas and lamps. Swaying crowds.
A big use of having a smart home speaker is to be able to control your smart home devices. There are smart plugs, lights, thermostats, etc. that you can control with Alexa if you are into that. I wasn't able to connect my Yeelight because of some bugs with the Yeelight skill, but you can basically control the brightness and set color of any smart lighting, and can also group different lights for smart rooms and control them all at once. If you were wondering what a skill is, it is just like apps on your phone, but they run only on Alexa. Having an app store for Alexa gives it tons of functionality. You can search in a wide catalog of skills, and chances are that you will be able to find most things that you want to accomplish with Alexa. And if you don't find something that you want, you can also create routines where you can basically program Alexa to do a set of skills when you say particular sentences or a particular event happens. This is surprisingly easy to use, and even people not familiar with automation will be able to program Alexa routines easily. So kudos to Amazon for that. And many times Alexa actually tells you how to set its features up, which is quite helpful. Alexa, of course, has a very good integration with Amazon services, so you can make Alexa read audiobooks from Kindle. Alexa reads the books well for a smart assistant. Alexa, start reading Harry Potter.
Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone by J.K. Rowling, reading from Kindle. On the edge of town, drills were driven out of his mind by something else. As he sat in the usual morning traffic jam, he couldn't help noticing that there seemed to be a lot of strangely dressed people about. People in cloaks. Mr. Dursley
Alexa,
couldn't bear
stop.
people who dressed in funny clothes.
Alexa, stop. But of course, the quality is much inferior to actual audiobooks, the kind of which Amazon offers with their Audible service, which isn't available in India. You can of course shop on Amazon using Alexa. It will tell you the search results of products that you are looking for and will also read the specs and the price. And you can order directly from Alexa, and you can also track your orders with it. Alexa, what is the status of my orders?
A shipment for Siddharth's order, placed Sunday the 14th of October, should arrive Friday the 26th of October.
You can also call or leave messages for other people who also have an Echo device. The sound quality on Echo Dot is not that great. It is very loud for its size, but it is only okay for Alexa's voice, or if you are in a hurry and just want to have a refresher for that song that is stuck in your head. The performance is also good as long as you don't have a crappy internet connection. I found it to be faster than the Alexa app on phone and even the Google Assistant. And it will hear you whether you are close to it or speak to it from a distance. And the speech recognition even of Hindi words is also great. But Alexa is not that great at understanding things that have not been programmed well into it. For example, if you ask, Alexa, can you beatbox? But if you say, Alexa, do some beatboxing.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
But it will work fine as long as you don't expect it to understand you like an actual human. You can also customize the wake word to prevent it from waking up every time some reviewer says Alexa. In India, Alexa has a very averaged out Indian accent, meaning it sounds like a mix of North Indian accent and South Indian accent. And it is the same story with other smart assistants.
Sorry, I don't know that.
So in conclusion, I can say that I really didn't expect that this review would get as long as this. I thought that I would be able to complete the script in less than an hour, but Alexa has so many features that just when I thought I should start with the conclusion, I remembered another important feature that I had not covered. I was always a Google person because they are the best at doing these kinds of things, but I was surprised to see how powerful and customizable Alexa is and how much is packed in for its price. Now, it's not that impressive when you realize that this is all cloud computing and this is just a communication interface between you and Amazon servers, but in the end, you are getting a great product and it's not like cloud computing is free. Now, when it comes to whether you should buy it or not, I would say that as long as you don't have a lot of smartphone devices or you don't want Amazon Music built into your speakers, There isn't a need of it, as you can do most of these things using your phone. But it is also quite cheap if you buy it on sale, and you will get a good discount on sales as it is an Amazon product. So at an effective price of 3000 rupees, I think that it is even cheaper than many toys that you can buy for your kids. And as an entertainment device, you can get a lot out of it for its price. And both kids and adults can have a lot of fun with it. And it can be used like a Bluetooth speaker and receiver, like I said earlier. So it is pretty cheap for what it offers, and if you are interested in a smart speaker, I don't think that you can get a better deal. And if you are sure that you will be using it to listen to music, you can also invest into the bigger Echo Plus devices, which will offer a much better sound quality in addition to what we talked about. Alexa, roll the outro.
So that was it for this video. You can buy me from the links in the video description. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to Siddharth's channel with bell icon for more videos like this, and he will see you in the next one.